It is all the news all the time, and my name is Adam. Yeah, and it's really kind of you to watch these videos. We got some interesting stuff today, quite a lot of stuff that I was looking at that we're going to go through, and I thought we could look at some interesting things. But the first question we're asking is, did Amber Heard beat Johnny Depp? And the answer is yes, she did. She beat him recently in the poll of who was the most viewed on Google in the last year. She won that dubious award, become the most searched celebrity on Google 2022 is Amber Heard. So she did beat Johnny Depp. That's right. She did in fact beat Johnny Depp in that competition to be the most searched celebrity of 2022 with 5.6 million searches, while he only got 5.5 million searches per month. That's right. Mostly because everyone knew who Johnny Depp already was and they didn't really know who this the sea witch was. So they were quite like, who is this sea witch? Where does she live? Does she live under the sea? Does she eat seaweed? Who is she? And they were trying to find out. So yeah, she did beat him, but only in a poll that was asking who was looking her up. So there you go. What else is going on? We're looking at Fandom Wire. They were saying, this is Winona Ryder. She's saying a fiercely deep love that I don't know that I'll ever have again. Winona Ryder believes she might never get another romantic partner like Johnny Depp, and calls their relationship a wild time. This was from Adia Godboli from about 3 hours ago, and a very interesting read. I was looking at it, was saying it's been years since Winona Ryder and Johnny Depp almost got married. Don't they look good together back in the day? Both actors are now successful in their respective paths. Johnny Depp is significantly more successful, though, to be honest, in the industry, and have always got each other's backs. Winona Ryder even stood up for Johnny Depp during the Depp versus Heard defamation trial, and claimed that he was far from whatever the sea witch described him to be, and that is very true indeed. It would also seem that Johnny Depp left a rather strong effect on the actress, as she says there's been no other love like the one she has with him. Also, she stated that it has since then been impossible for her to find anyone who could ever be like him, or merely even compare to him, which I'm sure her current boyfriend appreciates greatly. And let's actually find the current boyfriend, Scott McKinley Han, who Winona Ryder says doesn't compare to Johnny Depp in any way, shape or form, and is a disappointment to everyone. That's kind of sad. So there you go. So what else is going on? Well, I was looking at Marvel, as I've been quite recently interested in Marvel and DC and their shenanigans, and Disney and their shenanigans, and I'm seeing more issues coming from Marvel and Disney, and things going down the pan at an alarming rate. This is from Luke, and this is about 21 hours ago from Fandom Wire. They're saying Marvel's lead designer has been fired after racist and homophobic tweets resurface, were hunted for, from the past. So someone's dug through previous tweets, dug through loads of stuff, found some stuff on him, and now he's fired. So Brian Wagner, Marvel's lead designer, has been fired after a series of offensive, racist, homophobic, etc. tweets were unearthed by fans. As such, Crystal Dynamics have announced that he'll be removed from being a spokesman for the company, but are silent on his future going forward. And the tweets include various jokes based on various stereotypes, ableist insults aimed at people with disabilities, debatable talking points, the far right, including the regular trope of Barack Obama's citizenship, and more. So dubious jokes have got this guy fired, and I don't think Marvel or Disney are in a position where they can dismiss their lead designers quite so casually for cancel culture ideology. It reminds me very closely of the previous incidents of this, which was with James Gunn. As we can see here, James Gunn was an A-list director for Marvel Studios, and he worked on the Guardians of the Galaxy film that made loads of money. He worked on the sequel that made loads more money, and he went on to do Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. However, someone dug up some tweets from 12 years ago, 12 years behind, and they got him fired for that. So he then leaves. He leaves Marvel, and he makes Suicide Squad, which made loads of money, and then he made the Peacemaker series. If you watch that, that's fantastic, brand new series, Peacemaker with John Cena, and there's going to be a second series of that, and everyone raving about this Peacemaker. And now he's been Oh, Marvel pulled him back for one film for Guardians of the Galaxy in 2019, but then he's signed on for DC as the head of DC now. He is the CEO of the company. Jill will take charge starting on November 1st, 2022. There you go, and then he'll be in charge of the DCEU. So Marvel lost this guy who made them enormous amounts of money because of some 12-year-old tweets and jokes that were made, and and they've done the same thing with their lead designer. And this is Marvel at a time when Disney is hemorrhaging $150 billion in 1 year, and they lose their main director, they lose their lead designer for tweets that are 12 years old. 12, oh geez, these people, man. Honestly, they don't deserve to run a company if you're going to act in such insane ways. You're going to just fail as a company for virtue signalling. And I'm going to laugh. I'm going to be sad, actually, if Disney goes under. Because there's a thing called Schadenfreude, where you laugh at other people's misfortune. But when it comes to Disney, Disney was a cultural icon. It was the films of our childhood. It's Snow White and Robin Hood and all these films. And it's been wrecked through identity politics and endless woketivism and firing people for tweets that are 12 years old and were jokes in the first place. And Jesus, people, someone get a sense of humour and calm yourselves. Let's move on before I get annoyed with these people any more than I already am. It's too late, I'm already annoyed with them. Right, so what's going on? Oh yeah, Marvel loses hundreds of millions of dollars. Disney's most profitable studio in a bit of a slump. Well, when you're in a bit of a slump, what's the best thing to do? Fire your lead designer. That's the best thing. And your best director. Fire him as well, because that's the best thing you can do. The people who make you money. There's old Feige, doesn't know his arse from his elbow. For years, since Robert Downey Jr. debuted as Tony Stark, and they killed him off. Jesus, these people. Kevin Feige's Marvel Cinematic Universe has reigned supreme since Tony Stark was in there, but they decided to kill him, because God knows, because they don't know their arse from their elbow. So in the global box office, 3 of the top 7 movies of all time are MCU films. That's Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, and Spider-Man. I wanted to say Avengers, but I didn't. All hold top spots. There they are. Avatar number 1, Avengers Endgame, Titanic, Star Wars Episode 7, Force Awakens, that shouldn't be up there, Avengers, Spider-Man, Jurassic World, all these good things. Now, however, it seems that Marvel Studios, Disney's most profitable movie house, might be hitting a bit of a slump, understatement of the year. According to a new Wall Street Journal, Feige's superhero films, while still incredibly popular, sort of, have lost hundreds of millions of dollars recently when compared to their earlier predecessors. What we're looking at, if we break down some of the numbers, is we're looking for them to have halved in value. If we look at the beginning of 2021, the average global box office for the 6 films produced by Marvel was only 773 million. But back in 2009, the average was 1 billion each. 8 more that topped 1 billion each. So the average has it was 1.5 billion each. So it's halved from 1.5 billion to 700 million. That's how much it's dropped. And it's going to continue to drop. And we've got some recent ones that have dropped even further. Eternals, 402, Shanghai, and The Legend of Ten Rings, 420, Black Widow, 373. All of these are starting to lose money if you compare the cost of them and their marketing budget. So it's not going well. But the best thing to do when things are not going well is to fire your best director and, of course, get rid of your lead designer, because that's how things work in Marvel and Disney. Perhaps they could look at something that is actually wanted by the public, such as Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean 6. If we look at the recent results, 147,000 results in the recent 24 hours, Johnny Depp not returning to Pirates of the Caribbean. Johnny Depp once confirming he's not returning. Johnny Depp will return. Disney acts Pirates of the Caribbean reboot. Johnny Depp's Pirates of the Caribbean return just got something. Pirates update. Margot Robbie's out. Will Johnny Depp reprise his role? Page after page after page. Is he going to come back? Is he not going to come back? Is he going to come back? Is he not going to come back? I'm talking to Disney now. Disney, there's an audience that's waiting and with money in their wallets and purses ready to spend on ticket if you want to try and get your ass out from your elbow and make a film that people actually want to see. So there you go. That's my advice to Disney and anybody in Marvel. Why don't Marvel bake it? They can do it. That'd be great. So what else is going on from this shenanigans of these people? I was looking at Twitter and I saw a Lou_KB pirate flag, Union Jack flag. Very nice. And what is going on here? She's an elf. She's an elf on a shelf, and we've got all these pictures. So if there's 1,296. So if you are a person who is keen to stand with Johnny Depp and you'd like to be part of this gigantic collage, I think there's like 11 of them that she's putting together, and you can put your name, put your face down, and she will put you into this collage, and I think that'll be pretty cool. And it's going to be a gigantic collage if you want to get involved. And if you want to, there's a whole video here if you want to do that. There's some stuff here. I'll show you the link that you need, which is just down here. 1 second. Highlights, articles, some people from YouTube, up to 928. Nice outfit. 1 second. Yeah, here. So if you want to, you can add your name here. Click on this little number up here. It says 24 November, and you will find that you can add your photo here. And just, look, there's me. I think that's about everything. Last little bit is, if you're on the Never Fear Truth Discord channel, there's going to be some merch coming out, merch reward on the Discord channel. As far as I know, it's going to be jewelry and some form of stationery, but I haven't seen any designs as yet. So that's something to look forward to. And I think that's about everything. So yeah, if you can like and subscribe, that would really help the channel. And join the membership. I'm trying to think of all the things. And press any buttons that you can find. And I'll see you guys later. And you can add your photo as you go.